Is this how should we do this? Like we're gonna be hosting like a actual Grammys. Hello, everyone. How's it going back there, Elin Hilderbrand? You're still. We love your books.
Why'd you call her?
I don't know. Someone. I was.
Oh my god!
I was in a book club. I was in my book club, and they said that we're talking about how nice people write bad books and people write good books. And apparently, Elin Hilderbrand's known to be a not nice lady.
Elin Hilderbrand. Wait, is Elin Hilderbrand a bitch? Let's see what Google says.
I heard she's not nice.
Well, she has cancer.
Oh no! This is not starting off good. I take it back. All right, my hosting abilities of this book Grammys have been taken away.
Revoked. Okay, she had.
I'm like Kanye West. There, I got canceled for taking Taylor Swift's.
She had breast cancer. I don't. think
okay, she's fine now.
Elin, let me look it up. Elin Hilderbrand cancer.
Oh no.
She had a double mastectomy, so I don't think she has cancer now.
Oh, good. I'm glad she's okay. I'm glad she's okay.
Well, you just called her a bitch.
I was just saying what the rumors were said to be. Well, I've never met her, so I can't confirm.
But you
honestly, every author I've met and Zoomed with has been very sweet and very kind and very open. So
we should invite her on.
She'd probably be like, "No, you called me a bitch." And then you took it back when you found out I had cancer. I might not even start this. We might have to restart.
No, it's fine. I think it's great.
Oh, no. I'm going to get canceled. No one's going to be my friend anymore.
But
I've heard that she's not nice.
For all our listeners, I'm so sorry. I'm getting over being sick, as you can probably hear. So if you just hear me dying.
She's got her sexy Phoebe voice going on.
I can narrate audiobooks now.
Sing Smelly Cat.
Smelly cat, smelly cat. What are they feeding you?
Yeah. Oh, man. That's tonight's entertainment. We got the music section. We got the terrible host. We're great. We are doing the Grammys well.
Now we have to misread label.
Like
an envelope. Yep.
Oh, okay. I can do that. Look, I even have an envelope right here. I'll pretend.
I feel like you're just doing all the fuck ups.
Oh, I can do that. It's okay. I was born a fuck up, so it's fine. Oh! All right.
Oh my god.
Do you want to tell everybody?
A really long episode.
All right, everybody. So, as you can tell, we're doing the Bookstagrammys.
I don't think we've even said anything about what we're doing this episode yet, so they can't tell shit.
With your hosts, Danny and Morgan. This is your 2022 Bookstagrammys.
End of the year wrap up where we go over our favorite books of the year, our not so favorite books of the year, and put them into categories such as best fiction, best debut novel, best ARC, worst book of the year, all that fun stuff.
All of the goodies.
Worst author, which apparently is Elin Hilderbrand.
No, we're taking that away.
At Danny Allreads.
Oh no.
With all of your 6,000 followers.
I don't have 6,000. I won't after this. I'll probably have 3, honestly. Carrie.
Just 3.
Carrie, Morgan, and Mariah. Maybe Lucy. Lucy might stick around.
Well. Lauren's going to unfollow you?
Yeah, Lauren's going to be like, I've had enough with this girl.
Well, haven't we all?
All right.
Anyway, this is the basis of this episode. We're recording it a little late. Again, I was sick. And just fucking deal with it. All right?
Yes, ma'am. You tell them.
Are we just diving right in?
Yeah, let's dive right in.
So
intro music.
Smelly cat, smelly cat. That's gonna be the intro
You know
music.
when they have like the like fancy music before they announce an award?
Do 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 do
Oh.
do do. We're just doing Jeopardy shit.
It's the intro music to Best Fiction.
Yeah, I can't make shit up on the fly.
That's okay. I'll just
But
insert
anyway,
it here.
yes,
Now.
the best. Is it done?
Oh, it was just gonna go underneath us talking.
Oh,
Just keep her going.
okay.
This is going well.
So the first category is best fiction. So why don't you kick it off with yours, and then we'll go every other.
Okay, my best fiction, which I chose, and I think a lot of people would choose, was Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. Listen, it's a hyped
That
book.
one book of the year.
Yeah, it's a hyped book.
Yeah. You just
But
sounded like
I liked
Woodward.
it because it was a book about video games. It has like its story centers around video games, but it's focused on friendship. And I really enjoyed that about it. I would say I did the audio and the physical together. I think that the audio really helps get through it because there are some like heavier spots, I guess. And sometimes audio helps get through those a little bit easier. But I really enjoyed it. I love story about friendships. Like I think that like I read a lot of romance, so like when I get a story about friendship and it really is like something deep and personal, because like friendship is different than romance. And it can be deeper sometimes. And I kind of like that. So great book. Great book.
I have a question for you before I tell you
Absolutely.
mine.
Go ahead.
Because to be honest with you, I have two and I'm still trying to figure it out. Anyway, would I like that book? I don't know if I've asked you that.
I think you would. And here's
Are you
why.
being okay?
No,
tell me.
and
tell
here's
me.
why.
Tell me.
It's sad.
Okay.
It's sad. It's got video games. It has
Sorry.
you're okay. It has it's sad. And you like sad books and it will make you cry. So
Interesting.
I think that you would really like it. It's got a little historical too. So I think you should give it a shot. I mean, don't buy it, borrow mine.
Yep.
You can even log into my Audible and listen to it if you want. So because I bought I have 4 credits. It's fine.
I have 3 credits, so I could probably get it myself, to be honest
Nah,
with you.
just log into my Audible and use mine. Don't
Okay.
waste your credits. Because there could be really good audiobooks coming out. Like, I like to... Off topic. Really fucking off topic. But I love audiobooks that are memoirs. Because it's usually the author. So I'm saving those credits for something... If something comes out that's crazy like that. So,
All 4 of them.
yeah.
Mm.
So,
Okay.
anyway. I think you would.
Okay. I will add it to the list of books
If you're
that I wanna
getting
borrow.
a feeling in your tummy for tomorrow times 3, I got you.
Wow. Really great selling point.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What is your best fiction?
I'm just stalling at this point.
I know you are.
So, I just think so the 2 books that I have to decide between, I've already decided this book just is going to probably be a repeat on here because it was so good. And you actually loved this book. I'm surprised, but not surprised because of Tomorrow and Tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I am going to choose Cover Story by
Yeah. That shizzle.
That was so good.
So good. And I don't want to say anything because
No.
that's a book you can't really talk about without spoiling.
It was a book that and it's written in
Epistolary.
Thank you. It's written in epistolary, but so many different, like, it's not just emails and letters. It's like a mixture of everything, honestly.
Yeah.
It kept me wanting to turn the page and wanting to know more, and it just yeah, you're right. You can't say anything. Just
You really
go.
can't say-
You just have to stop what you're doing. Everybody, stop listening to the podcast right this second. Go and get Cover Story, read it, come back, and you'll understand.
Yeah, it's so good. And honestly, it's a really good book for book clubs. Like,
yes.
it's
Oh,
such
for
a
sure.
good book for book clubs. My
Yeah.
book club read it, and I think it was the same month we read it for the podcast. It just happened to work.
Cover story for the
Oh, we
podcast.
did it? Oh, you
No,
borrowed it from me.
I borrowed it from you because you were like, shut the hell. You did this. You were like, shut the hell up and read this book right now. And I was like, damn, okay.
And
I
guess
was
what?
reading.
It's your best fiction.
And you want to know what my other option was for best fiction?
Yeah.
One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid.
Oh, also really good one. But I feel like comparing the two, this one just...
And I just looked it up, actually. I gave One True Loves a 4. So if we're talking, like, in comparison of ratings, you know, like I gave Cover Story a 5.
Yeah.
So Cover Story is my first best fiction.
Yeah,
and
definitely worth buying
so
that
good.
one. And
Yes.
forcing on every of your innocent friends because holy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one.
Good pick, Mark. Good pick.
Thank you. Next category is Best YA.
I want you to go first on this one because I think I know what you're going to pick for this category.
I also have 2 in here, and I think I need to...
I have 3.
Oh my god. So... And you want to know something too? I did have 3, but I took one away, and I don't actually remember why I took it away.
Do you want me to do mine first? Mine makes sense.
Tell me.
All right, so my best YA, Fable, Namesake, and Saint by Adrian
Okay, but
Young.
that's a series.
That's a series. I would say Namesake was probably my favorite.
if you had
That's
to
the
choose between one
second.
of the
Yeah.
three.
It's, actually, I take it back. I always say Fable is probably my favorite because it introduces you into the world,
Mhm.
and like the characters are just so fun, and it's like pirates and like gems, and it's really cool. And like the characters are great. Fable's an awesome woman character, and she definitely like progresses as a person, and she's just a strong female, and we love to see strong female main characters. So if you like YA, you like fantasy, you like pirates, you like tropical settings, I would highly recommend this series. It's a great series, and it's very short. They're short, and you can get through them really quickly.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think I did audio for all 3 of those books, actually.
Oh,
Yep. So
wow.
that was my best YA. Love those books. Adrian Young does things.
I'm so torn. I'll tell you what my 2 options are, and you'll see, and I'll explain why I'm torn, I think. And I'll narrow it down. I'll do it. So, When You Look Like Us by Pamela Harris, that was the one where the main character's sister, Nikki, goes missing, and they're hold on. I'll come back to that. She goes missing, and the police officer is like, oh, well, she just hangs out with the wrong crowd. Like, we're not going to go look for her.
I think, yeah.
And it turns out the police weren't listening because they are people of color, and it was YA. I actually listened to it, and I loved the narrator, and I loved that book so much because I think it's a book that everybody needs to read at some point in their lives. Like, that's why it's up there. And then my second one is I Must Betray You by Ruta Septis, which is, that's a YA.
Yep.
And it's also a historical fiction, but that one was about, oh God, what country were they in?
Was it Russia?
Romania.
Romania? Yeah.
Romania, I think. And they just had me hooked. I'm gonna say I Must Betray You because it just, excuse me, so many aspects to it that I loved, but When You Look Like Us is very, 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 very close.
Mhm.
Very close.
I'll put you 2 for you in that category.
Oh my gosh, it was so difficult.
I
Next
get
one
it.
I have 2 as well. So
Oh my God.
I narrowed it down, and it was
It was really hard. Like, I was putting this together, and I was like, dang, this is like tough.
Mm-hmm.
So
Next one is best fantasy.
Okay, you can go first on this one.
So I don't read fantasy
Right.
that much. So I'm going to pick my choice because the other one, so I have two in this one, like I said. The other one in this category, and I'm not going to tell you what the second one is because it definitely shows up in another category later. So it gets its recognition somewhere else. But I'm going to say Acts of Violet by Margarita Montsworth.
Great pick. Great pick.
So,
and we love Margarita Montsworth.
We do.
Insert, go find our freaking interview with her because she's gem in the Saints. So,
exactly.
Read the book, then go see her interview.
Yes, it was. Even though I didn't give I think I gave the book like a 3.5. Like, it didn't blow me away. But again, I don't read fantasy that much, and I just didn't really love the ending. Like, the fantasy part of it and like the magic was really cool. So like, yeah,
I get
that's
it.
my best fantasy.
That's a really great pick. Great book.
What do you got?
I picked The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I loved that book. Morgan hated Addie LaRue.
Not hate it. I gave it a 3, I think.
It was a slow burn. Morgan doesn't like slow burns.
Maybe I gave it a 4, actually. It wasn't bad, Addie. I think it's just overhyped.
So
I give that book.
And I get where you're coming from, and I think we've had this conversation before. I definitely have. But I've read several V. Schwab books, hated them.
Yeah.
And then I read this one, and it was so good. I don't know what came over me, but this one just really did it for me. I think it's just more adult, more... I liked the story. It felt, I don't know, and the cat, the bookstore cat. Oh, loved. His name was literally Book.
Was he? I already forgot.
Yeah. It was good. And I really liked the love interest. And I liked the ending. I was talking to Lucy, and Lucy said she didn't really like the ending.
It was a good book, and I can completely understand why you picked that one. You're just giggling because I didn't really.
Yeah.
I didn't love it as much as everybody. Oh my god, my fucking watch. I didn't love it as much as everybody else did, solely because I thought it was overhyped.
Yeah. And there are a bunch of books that are hyped that wouldn't be for other people. Like, I'm sure other people have read Addie LaRue and are like, what even is this? I think I probably would have felt the same way if I didn't read other V. Schwab books.
That's fair.
And I'm not
I know
used
that you,
to her.
Yeah. That's a good pick, though.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Look at us being nice to each other for 5 seconds.
I know. That's fucking weird. Remember, I'm sick.
Yeah.
The hell was that?
This is a good category. Our next category. So hard.
It is.
So hard.
Next category is best debut novel. And let me tell you, I had 4 and I just got rid of 1. And you want to know what the one that I got rid of was?
What?
Cover Story.
Oh, that's her debut? Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh my
god.
I
I looked up, so I went through and I was like, I don't know which one of the books that I've read. Like, I don't pay attention if they're debuts or not, unless it's like Book of the Month says it's a debut kind of thing, or like, it's
like out
marketed.
there as debut, yeah.
But I Googled, and Cover Story is her debut novel.
Dang.
And I was like, holy hell.
Yeah, that's, oh, man.
But I took
Good
it away
for
because
her.
it already got a category.
Yeah.
So that's just why I took it away. But
it's so hard. There were so many really good debuts like this year, and it makes me want to read more debuts. Like, Mame is a debut that comes out this month, end of this month, and it's her debut, and people have been giving it really good reviews. And I'm like, debuts are coming. Like, Remarkably Bright Creatures is a debut. Lessons in Chemistry was a debut. The Measure was a debut. Cover Story was a there was every summer after was a debut. So many good ones. This year was filled with like bomb ass debuts, and it's so hard to pick one.
So which one did you pick?
I went with Black Cake by Charmaine Wilkerson. That book, I'm going to tell you, I didn't think I would like that book. I was like, I knew you had it, and I was like, I'm not really interested in it. And then my book club picked it, and we read it, and all of us, every single one of us, gave it 5s. It's so good. It's generational. It's a story. It's got mystery. It's like a story based around food and culture, and oh man, it's just really, really good. I didn't expect it to be what it was, because I kind of went into that book blind. I didn't really like read the back of it. They just chose it. I was like, frick it, I'll read it. And like, I knew you had it, so I borrowed your copy. And so good. It's really good. And I'm like wanting you to read it so bad, because I know you'll love it. I know you will.
I know.
I'm like, Morgan, read this book, please.
The minute that you see it on Goodreads that I'm reading it, I feel like you're gonna blow
I'm gonna poop my pants immediately.
Oh, immediately. Damn.
On command shit.
I'll do it when you're at work then.
I'll be in my chair and Mike will be like, what is that smell? I'll be like, Morgan, right? Morgan's reading Black Cake.
Okay, but that doesn't answer what that smell is. Oh, I shit my pants.
Oh, I actually shat. Oh man. You have to like that, that 12 challenge that's going around that people have been doing. That's mine for you if you ever want to do it. Black Cake.
Here's the thing. I'm afraid of committing to 12 books, so that's why I haven't done it yet.
You can do like a 5 one. I'll make you a template.
Maybe.
Okay.
I'll read it this year.
Please. I'm begging you. Begging you.
Okay.
I'm going to remind you every month to be like, hey, Morgan, have you read Black again?
Oh my god.
I'll even read it with you. I will read that shit.
Okay.
Think about
All
that.
right.
Think about that.
I will. I'm still thinking of. No, I'm not. I've decided.
Okay.
I have 3 here, but
I love
I have
that
decided.
You have 100 for each category.
Yeah, I've decided already. And my answer is The Measure by Nikki Ehrlich. Because if that's your debut, holy shit! Like you had the capacity to think up all of the. Blown away.
That book.
Blown away.
Literally, speaking of the 12 challenge again, every person who put that shit up, I was like, The Measure. The Measure.
We're reading it for your book club.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna reread
very
it.
excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to it in February.
I think Julia Whalen narrates it.
Oh yeah, because I think I did listen to it the first time I read it too. I actually saw it was on sale on Audible and I bought it because I was like,
oh,
it was on sale for
sure
$4.99, and I was like, I'm buying this right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't wait to reread it. It's so good, and the way everything connects and it just intertwines, and like just the whole idea of the
it's so good.
So good. That book is way underrated. Way underrated.
Yes, agreed.
I'm not seeing enough people read it.
Agreed to
I'm
all
gonna
of that.
buy a shipment of those books. Be
Do
like
a giveaway.
Yeah, everyone who likes this photo gets a book.
Oh damn!
I'm like Oprah.
You get a book.
You get a book.
Get a book.
You get a book. You in the back. You get a book.
Mm-hmm. So good.
So good. Great pick. Great fucking pick.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
Next category.
This is an interesting category because it was go ahead.
It's best ARC.
So they're ARC from last year. So they're currently out right now. Right?
Potentially. Yeah.
Mine's out. The one I pick is out.
Well, I have 2, so.
Oh my god.
Okay, but I have 2 for 2 different reasons, and you will understand. And I don't think I can pick one, so you'll understand.
Okay, sounds good. Do you want me to go first? Because I only have one.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I picked Heat Wave by T.J. Klune.
Okay.
And that's the 3rd book in the Extraordinary series. And it's the final one. It's the last one. He's not writing any more in these series. So I thought he ended it really well. I thought that the characters matured with his writing. And I really loved that. And he introduced new characters that I freaking loved. And it just ended really well. And like the characters, I don't know, it was really, really good. And like I just love TJ Klune's writing. And it's just a sweet little story about these gay superheroes in high school, and they're growing up, and it's just really sweet. I love it.
Okay. I didn't realize you got that as an ARC.
I did. I actually emailed the publisher and was like, hey, I just finished the second one literally today, and I was wondering if I could get the third one. I saw it was on NetGalley, and I'd love to have the ebook. And like the next day, she was like, yeah, here you go. Here's the widget. And I was like, sick. So
damn.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes you just got to send the email. And like, what are they going to say? Like, they don't email back, or they say no. Like, it's not going to hurt. Like, it's not going to take your birthday away. So might as well shoot your shot,
It's not going to take your birthday away.
My mom always used to say that to me.
I have never heard that. No.
Oh,
that's.
Yeah,
I mean, that's cute. Yeah, it's not gonna take your birthday away.
Yeah,
that's cute.
Yeah, she always used to say that to me when I was growing up. She was like, if something like I had to make a choice or like do something that was like you could get a no from it, my mom was like, it's not gonna take your birthday away. Just do it. So yeah,
interesting.
So yeah, if you want a book and you're really excited about it, frick it, shoot your shot. Send an email type up an email to the publisher. You might get a widget for the ebook.
That is, yeah. I mean, it is possible.
It is possible. And if you regularly read an author's book, this is hot tips with Danielle today. So like I read a lot of TJ Klune books, and I attach my Goodreads reviews to his books. And if you read a lot of their books, they'll more likely send it to you.
Yeah.
It depends on the publisher, though, because like there are publishers that are like a little bit more selective, but I think Macmillan is one that is a little bit more lenient. So shoot your shot, bitches. You never know what you might get.
Your birthday away.
Exactly. Mama already knows best. Oh,
she does.
There's my last name, everybody.
Whatever, it's fine. So. I am not between two. I'm going to just say both of them. So, the best ARC, I have Peach Blossom Spring.
I knew that was one of yours.
By Melissa Fu.
That was audio, yeah?
It was audio, and it was just a random one that I think I got. Like, I think it was one that I requested and instantly got, and I was just it's like one of those that I was like, whatever, I'll be fine. And we all know how much I wouldn't shut the hell up about this book last year, and how much I cried.
Yeah.
Danielle cried when it ended. And I was like, oh my God, it's over, because that audiobook was like 17 hours. It's a thick bitch.
She's a big book.
It's literally right here where my finger is. That's it right there.
I have it. I'm borrowing Mrs. Campbell's. I've had it for a year.
I saw that she read it. And she gave it a 4 or 5, right?
Yeah, she had rated it high.
Yes, it's so good.
Yeah, this is one. I will read this if you read Black Cake.
We're not bargaining here. You're going to read it anyway, and I'm going to read Black Cake anyway. But if you want to do it in the same month,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we'll talk later.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to be like, start it right now.
I can't. My January is a little too crazy right now.
You get back to me when you have time to fit it into your busy schedule.
All right.
It's a thick bitch. Anyway, and I do recommend pairing the audio if you can find it anywhere, because there's a lot of characters introduced throughout the entire book, and they're very traditionally Asian names.
Oh, so it's like,
the narrator
really
says
helps
them properly.
Yeah.
Good
and
to
then, know.
The second ARC, and you will understand why. Second ARC that I'm saying was best ARC was House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. Because
wow. Yeah, that was
of the
moment.
way that I got it.
Yeah, that's a moment.
That is the reason why I'm saying that, because I swear to God, I got denied. We both got denied
Yeah, we both
for
were like,
NetGalley.
yeah.
And the publisher reached out and emailed, and I think they did it to everybody. And they were like, please let us know. You were denied initially, but please let us know if you're interested closer to the release date and we get more ways to send it out. And I emailed and I was like, yes, please. Like, I would love it. And then one random day that I was off, it was the day before Memorial Day weekend, I was out for a walk. I'm going to dramatize it every time. I was out for a walk and I got an email from his publisher, and her name is Emily. And I was like, who the hell is Emily emailing me? Like, I don't know who this lady is. And she was like, happy reading, and just sent me the whole book in an the
widget, yeah.
About. And I literally was out on my walk, and I stopped my walk and came home, and I finished that shit in 24 hours.
Yeah. I remember that day.
So
you texted me, I was at work, and you were like, Danielle, usually when something
you were
crazy.
driving.
Oh, yeah.
You were driving because I think you were going home. And I was like, you need to pull over right now. I got this book. So it wasn't my it wasn't my favorite. I still really liked it. I think I gave it like a 4, but I'm saying that's the best ARC because that was the one I was the most excited to get.
Yeah.
Like, I, hands down, I don't care if he writes a literal pile of shit. If I get it as an ARC, I'm gonna be the happiest bitch alive.
Yeah. No, I get it. I think that's why another reason why I picked the TJ Klune one. Just because it's like so exciting when you're like, their publisher's like, yeah, here you go.
Right, like it could be the worst book ever, but it's one of my favorite authors, so I literally don't care.
Yeah, I agree with you. I totally get it.
Oh.
It's relatable.
I knew you'd get it.
I get it. Peach Blossom Spring, though.
I know. We'll do it the same month. I'm telling you. You just tell me when, and I will do it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Next category is Best Book to Movie TV... Best Book to Movie/TV show adaptation. So, we kind of tweaked this one a little bit so we can talk about ones that we have seen and we liked, or if you're like Danielle and haven't seen any, then you can do one that you're excited for that has been confirmed.
Okay.
So, do you want to go first or want me to go first? Because I have my answer.
You go first.
So, it's no surprise here. My answer is Where the Crawdads Sing. I loved that book. I loved that movie. Danielle is still yet to fucking see the movie.
I don't watch TV.
Listen, you got to make time for that.
Okay.
Anyway, but loved it. I was a ball of emotions in the theater. Like, we left and I had to go to the bathroom to like contain myself. And Josh, I think, or no, we ran into Abby, actually. She went to go see it too.
Oh, at the same time?
Yeah, we saw her when we were going in. We saw her when we were going out, and I was like, I had tears going down my face. She's like, what? Wasn't it good? And I was like, no, it was so amazing. I loved it so much. Fucking tears going down my face. It was so good. And then we saw it with Josh's mom, and she went and bought the DVD. And then we had a girls' night a couple months later, and she was like, I have Where the Crawdads Sing. Do you want to watch it?
And you're like, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
My mom told me the other night that she watched it and Dave watched it with her, my stepdad, and she said that Dave actually liked it. So I'm going to rope this one into watching it with me one night.
Yeah?
Yeah. So
What's yours?
With that being said, I knew you were going to pick that. So I chose something different because I also want to see that, but I didn't want to pick it because I knew you were going to pick it. So that being said, I chose Heartstopper Season 1. That is a graphic novel by Alice Osman, and it's about this kid who they're in high school and he came out and he gets bullied, and then he finds a new boyfriend and he's coming out for the first time, and it's all about their journey throughout high school and like their friends and their journeys. One friend is transgender and they go through her journey during all of this, and it's actually a really sweet YA graphic novel. And I really think that it's like something that like kids, like teenagers and middle schoolers, that's like it's a really good graphic novel for like those age groups, and I think it's really sweet. I love it. And it's fun to read a graphic novel because, like, she actually started on Tumblr. She started this series on Tumblr, and it got huge, so she ended up writing books. And she narrates and writes the stories.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's really cool. And I just find it, like, I feel like I have a special, like, love for these books because she's, like, an artist. And I do graphic design for a living, so, like, I just kind of get, like, a little bit, like, I love supporting graphic novels just because, like, they're not as popular, and I don't think art is as appreciated sometimes. So I think that it's really cool, her story from, like, being on Tumblr, people loving her stories on Tumblr, and then she ends up writing this huge story, gets a TV show. It's really cool. So that's the one I want to eventually watch.
Is it out right now?
Yep, it's out right now. Season 1, Season 2 is coming out this coming year.
But you just don't watch TV.
I just never watch. I'm still finishing Stranger Things. That's so cute.
Boy.
That shows you how much TV I watch. I'm still watching Stranger Things.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I was also, because I was trying to think of ones that I was excited for too. Did they confirm? Because I will say, as much as I didn't really love Daisy Jones and the Six, I'm actually really excited for the TV show.
Oh, I'm so hyped. So hyped. Maybe we could watch that together. I think they'll probably do episodes.
Yeah.
I think it's this year.
Yeah, I mean, they finished filming it already, I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna look.
But didn't they confirm Evelyn Hugo?
They confirmed it, but I don't think they've shot anything yet.
But it's confirmed to be turned into something.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Because that one, too, they better not fuck that up.
Yo, that book is... But
you want to know who just read that book?
Evelyn?
Yeah.
Who?
Christy just read it.
Oh my God, my hair
We're
appointment.
talk about it.
Oh yeah,
We're
baby.
We're going to talk about it on Saturday.
Thank you for telling me that. I am going to tell her.
Yes.
She's going to do my eyebrows. My eyebrows are going to be on fleek. I literally messaged her and I said, Christy, my eyebrows need a lot of help. Can we do that, please?
Can we do that? Oh my gosh. I'm sure she'll do it for the new year because I saw her right before Christmas. I think. Yes, I saw her right before Christmas and she gave me a little care package. And one of the things that she gave me was one of those reading things that you put on your thumb.
Oh!
If she doesn't give you one, that's going to be so fucking weird.
Oh, no, it's okay. I think you see her more than me, so she probably won't.
She probably will. She had them for everybody. But I think she got some because she's been into reading.
Series premiere, Friday, March 3rd.
For Daisy?
Yep, episode 1.
Friday, March 3rd. All right, sounds like we're hanging out.
I'm down.
Put it
Popcorn, wine, Snoop Dogg wine.
Martha Stewart. Actually, no, I didn't.
I did not like it. Sorry, Martha.
I thought you liked her wine.
I like Snoop Dogg's better.
Well, that's fair. If you had to pick. Yeah.
Okay, so, one big thing about Daisy Jones. The guy from, I think it's the second Hunger... Did you see all the Hunger Games movies?
Yes, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, the guy who plays Billy is the guy from Hunger Games.
Yeah, what the fuck was his name?
His actor's name is Sam Claflin. He is... Oh, man, what the frig is his name? Wow. He's in Mockingjay. It is... I'm getting it. Finnick.
Yeah.
Yes. He's the guy who plays Finnick in Hunger Games. And boy,
I did know that.
He's going to be a good Billy. I think there's some really hot men in that show. Anyway.
I'm sitting right next to you.
He can't hear me. I think that I can't wait for actually this year I had to look it up. I really couldn't find a whole heck of a lot of things that were book to TV adaptations. There was Where the Crawdads Sings was the most popular one. And then there's Heartstoppers. And I think there's a movie with Mila Kunis, Luckiest Girl Alive, I think that's what it's called.
Yes, I want to read that book so bad.
What the one book to movie adaptation thing I freaking watched? It was fucking awful.
Uh-oh.
Exit. Whatever. No Exit.
Oh my god, yeah, I forgot that they made that into a movie.
That's the only thing I watched this year that was book to movie.
Well, they made...
Does not touch categories.
Did you read The One by John Mars?
I did. I didn't watch that. I'm not planning
Well,
on
they
it.
made it...
'Cause I want to
No, they did it wrong. They fucked it all up. But that's the only other one I think that I knew of that they made that I was like excited to watch. You know what? They also made Woman in the Window.
Oh yeah, that was
that
better.
Sucked ass too.
But it was better than No Exit.
Oh my god, No Exit just sucked all around.
That's a horror movie, guys. I laughed at it. I laughed.
Can I just tell you? Can I just tell you one thing? And I know you liked No Exit, and I know I'm in the minority here, but specifically for the reasons why I didn't like No Exit, when I see No Exit in people's top like 5 of 2022,
oh my gosh, I know,
I judge.
Yeah.
I judge and I cringe because I'm like, ooh, you just let all of these like slurs slide. That really is what you're telling me.
I don't notice it because of all the shit that's going on around it. You know what I mean?
It just was.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not trying to be.
Yeah, it did. Let me tell you, it didn't make it in mine.
I know it didn't. And I would tell you to your face, Danielle, take that shit out of there.
Excuse me, No Exit. Anyway, we've spent a lot of time on this category.
It's okay. That's
Hopefully
fine.
2023 will be better for the TV category.
I hope so.
Me too.
Next, we still have like a
100
whole other page and a half. Best audiobook.
Do you want me to go first?
Do
you have 12?
I had 2 and then I added 1 just now.
All right, I will go.
So, yeah, you go first.
Since mine are narrowed down to 1. I picked Carrie Soto is Back.
Okay.
I got that through Libero FM as an ARC. The audiobook was so good. It felt like you were reading a sports documentary. They had multiple narrators, and in between Carrie's story, they had little tidbits of like sports news that came in to break up the chapters. And they added music to it and fun anchor voices, and it was really cool. Loved that book. That audiobook was so
fair.
good.
That's
I think
fair.
I read that in like 2 days because I loved it.
Oh.
And I just like sports, so like that, listening to that really was just like, I think that's why I loved it so much. But that was my choice.
That's fair. I mean, loving the physical book, I can imagine the audio was even better.
Oh, the audio was so good. Oh,
it works that you go first because I narrowed it down to 1 while you were talking.
wow.
So my best audiobook is The 4 Winds by Kristen Hanna.
Ooh, okay.
That was my introduction to Kristen Hanna and my introduction to Julia Whalen. And I will never forget me finishing this book because I finished it at work and I had to close my door because I was crying. And then I texted Mariah and I was like, no, this happened. And she just sent me a clown emoji. And I was like, you know what? Trauma. Thank you.
She's such a shitbag.
So I will always remember that. But it was just so well done. So good. Loved it.
That's sitting on my shelf, as we all know.
Yep. It is.
Yeah. I'll make sure I do the audio for it, though.
Yes, absolutely. Because I feel like, it's during like the Dust Bowl, so I feel like it could get boring if you're just reading it.
Yeah, I feel that. That's why I got the audio for Babel. Because it's about Oxford and language.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
It's actually really interesting so far. I'm only in the first 2 chapters, so. But great pick, though. Great pick. I feel like our picks are like fire.
They are. The next is best cover.
Do you have 12 choices?
No, I actually have 1.
You go first this time.
I have The First to Die at the End by Adam Silvera.
Yeah. Isn't that the bridge?
Yeah, hold on.
It's got like the bridge, and then it's got the two guys in front of the bridge. Yeah, that's a goodie. Yeah, that's a goodie. Yeah. That's a great pick.
Thank you.
I'll go next.
Yeah.
I
Well,
did-
that's the only other option.
Daughter of the Moon Goddess. It's got
Is that the one with the face on it?
no, there's no face on it. It's got a girl, and then there's like flowers around it, and then it's got like a landscape behind the girl. It's really pretty.
Oh, not what I was thinking of.
I love that cover. And
That's
then
very pretty, though.
Yeah, I have and then the sequel is wicked.
You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Aradine or Aradne. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, but this is the sequel. It's really pretty.
Ooh, yeah. I was thinking. That's why I said face on it. 'Cause I was thinking of Ariadne.
I just made the biggest mess.
That's okay.
But yeah,
It happens.
those were my picks. I love that. I mean, I liked that book a lot. That's another debut novel. And it's a adult fantasy, and holy, it was really good.
Yeah.
But there's just so many good debut novels.
There really is.
But best covers, yay!
Best cover.
There's a lot of really pretty covers this year too.
Oh yeah.
Like the special edition of Barnes and Noble, Family of Liars, the sequel to whatever.
We were liars.
Yeah, the purple edition, Barnes and Noble edition, is so pretty.
Oh.
It's really pretty. And like the Verity Barnes and Noble editions, gold.
That's actually really pretty.
It's
yeah.
really pretty. So, and the UK edition of
Addie.
Carrie Soto.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. That one is really pretty.
That one's pretty, and also, I think Addie came out in 2021. But yeah.
You're right.
Anyway,
I think you're right.
lots of prettiness.
Yes. The next is best series. What?
Do you want me to go first, or do you want? I think my pick's gonna surprise you.
You go first then.
Okay, I picked Heartstopper, the graphic novel series.
Why would that surprise me?
I don't know. I feel like I've read a lot of series, and I think that one's like kind of a surprise.
Actually, yeah, that does surprise me because I am very surprised that you didn't pick Frederick Backman's.
Though Beartown,
series.
yeah. Yeah, I love that series, but like, I feel like, I don't know. I just really like that she created the story. She draws it herself. She does literally all the work, and I think that it's just really cool. And it's just like a great like story and a message, and it's just like, I don't know. It's so cute. It makes my heart happy. And there's a dog with a sweater in it, and it's so cute. I don't know.
My god.
Great series. If you haven't read it, it's so good. And it takes you 20 minutes to read the books. Because it's all pictures, and there's a 5th one coming out this year. Final book of the series. Yeah. So yeah, that's my favorite
Interesting.
series.
I have 2. And I'm torn.
Before you say anything, in my honorable mentions, I do have Beartown series by Frederick Backman.
Well, there you go. There it is. I think... Forget it. I'm just going to choose this one because the other one that's in this category gets its recognition elsewhere.
Okay.
But I'm going to say Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
Ooh, I was gonna pick that, and then I was like, oh, because I had Fable, Heartstopper, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I went with Heartstopper.
Finished it. So good.
Yeah, I just got As Good as Dead in the mail this week.
You gotta start it.
I know. I have. I just got
book it to your TBR and just start it.
Oh my. Well, I have to read the second one first.
Oh yeah, that one's Good Girl Bad Blood or something.
Yeah, Good Girl, Bad Blood is.
And then As Good as Dead is the third one.
one.
I'm sorry, I thought that one was the second one.
Yeah, no, I have all of them now. It's great.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's a very good series.
it is a good series. I can't wait. Can't wait to finish it.
And then we can talk about it.
Absolutely. I will spam your text messages when I read the second one. You're gonna be like, I don't remember that.
I don't remember.
She started a
the second one.
podcast.
I'm so sorry that I did that.
That's okay. It's not even a spoiler. Honestly, with all the books that have podcasts in them.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my god. This next one is gonna be kind of for me because
I will introduce it.
go for it.
The next category is Best Romance.
Ugh.
Does Morgan even read romance? Did you read a romance? Yes, you did.
I did, and it's probably I think the only romance that I read. So it didn't really have competition, but I actually did like this book. So.
Go ahead.
Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover.
Also, let it be known she read One True Loves as well. That's also a romance.
I gave One True Loves a 4, and I gave Reminders of Him a 5. So
anyway, terrible pick. Just kidding.
shut up. Tell me what your stupid fucking romance
Mine
was.
was Happiness for Beginners by Catherine Senner.
That's fair.
I love Catherine Senner. Here's why I love them. Because they're closed door. Meaning, you don't get the details of the sexual interactions, which makes me so uncomfy. I've become more of an adult, but I would rather have closed door than open door. But
yeah, it's just
sometimes it's uncomfortable. I don't want to hear you guys talking about each other touching each other's buttholes. Leave that out, please. Anyway, I chose Happiness for Beginners because
I hope that the next romance that you read literally talks about fucking touching buttholes.
Anyway, I like this book because it's about this woman who's been going through like a really rough time. She's older and she decides that she wants to go on this hiking trip, and it's like this really tough hiking trip, and she is the oldest one in the group. Everyone's college age. She's not old. She's like in her late 20s, maybe early 30s. And she ends up going on this huge hiking trip, and like it's like really tough, and like goes through this journey, and she ends up, her love interest ends up being in the trip with her, and it's like this whole thing, and it's really cute, and I love it so much. But Liz just finished it today and gave it a 5.
Wow.
Yeah, she texted me and I was like, this is the best text message. So yeah, it's really, really good.
Wow.
And it's just happy, like her writing is like just happiness and just positivity
For beginners.
Ha ha. Anyway.
Aha, I gotcha.
So that's my romance of the year. I read a lot of romance, and that was
gag me.
Anyway. Next category. This one's tough for Morgan to pick. Actually, I don't think it would be.
Actually not.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it is, because there's some shit.
Here's the thing though, I didn't read a lot of like really great thrillers last year. Oh, category is best thriller. Sorry.
Yeah, best thriller, everyone.
So I didn't read, like I went through multiple times. I was like, there's no way that I didn't read like a 5-star thriller. I didn't.
You didn't rate any of them 5s? I guess I didn't either. Now that I think about it.
So Cover Story is
Excuse me.
here, and I bless you. And if you consider that a thriller, but I don't know if I consider it a thriller.
Yeah. I'm like, so our thriller is like thriller, mystery, horror. It's like all of that roped in together, because we don't have best mystery, best horror. It's all roped together because it's kind of the same thing. I mean, there's really no in between, because like you kind of distinguish your own mystery, horror, thriller, because like horror can be scary for me. That's different for you. I think our horror is similar, but I think like we read Only Good Indians and we're like, this is not horror at all. So, but we read The Whisper Man and we both were freaked out. So like horror can be different for everyone.
Yeah. I have on here for my best thriller, I have The Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James. I gave it a 4. Yeah. I didn't really read like a really, really, really good thriller.
Nothing that
But-
knocked your socks off. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing that knocked my socks off. So I'm just gonna say that one because it was a highly anticipated read for me
Mhm.
that also kind of fed into like best thriller. You know,
Yeah.
like I was so excited to read it.
That's also on my list of things to read.
It was very good. I will say it was very good.
I can't
I just
wait.
didn't give it a 5.
I have a lot of
What's
Simone St. James on my. I have that in the Motel 46 or whatever it is.
Sundown Motel.
Yeah. Ghost 19. Did you know Ghost 19 is only 3 hours long? It's a short story.
Yes, I did.
I
I
did
saw
not
it
know that.
on Audible or Libby, I think, recently.
Yeah, it's only 3 hours. Curious. Speaking of Simone St. James. Anyway, I
It's
picked,
yours.
and here's why. It was, so thriller, in my opinion, is something that really shakes you. It's kind of a lot to read. It really is uncomfy.
I get the feeling that I'm going to judge you.
Oh yeah, here it is. I chose The Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead. I chose it because that's real life scary. That's real life scary. Like, all of that was so uncomfy to read about. It's real life scary. Cause like, sorry Riley Sager, spoiler, but your paranormal bullshit's not scary to me. This sex cult that kills people, that's scary. That's scary, and that shit happens in real life. In Albany. That shit happened in Albany. I don't know about killing people. Actually, they might have killed somebody. Who knows? But that shit happened. Morgan, stop looking at the camera. That shit's scary. There's people who agree with me. Great thriller. I
Where?
only gave
Where
it-
are you pointing? Where are you pointing?
I'm pointing at you because you're next to me. Anyway, I only gave that a 4. It didn't blow me away, but it also freaked me the fuck out. It was unsettling to read. Very unsettling. That's why I picked it. You can't
Well,
tell
you
me
were
you were
right. I am
unsettled
interested.
when you were reading it.
I was uncomfy, but because of all the like kinky shit that was going on. That's why I was uncomfy.
That's what I picked. Morgan,
Whatever.
Listen,
Whatever.
you picked Reminders of Him.
Listen, I read one fucking romance, all right? And it was Reminders of Him or Thank You for Listening.
Oh,
And that one sucked dirty butt cheeks.
that didn't even make it in my list, so yeah. I mean, it was good.
Oh,
but
it made it
wasn't-
into my list.
Anyway. Spoiler.
Anyway, next is best sci-fi, and I feel like we might have the same answer.
Oh, we definitely have the same answer. On 3.
One,
1, 2, 3.
3.
The Measure.
The Measure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked that. Best sci-fi. So good.
Well,
And do you want to hear us tell about it again? Because we've talked about it multiple times.
that's okay. I understand.
Yeah. We don't need to say more.
No, we don't. Next category is best historical fiction.
Morgan has 20 for these.
I have 1.
Okay. I know what you picked.
What?
The Nightingale.
Yep.
Tell me
Son
why.
of a bitch.
Tell me why.
Tell me why.
Yeah, tell me
Because
why.
that book destroyed me.
The book was really good.
That book literally took my heart, pulled it out of my chest, threw it across the street,
The street.
ran over, stomped on it,
Oh my god.
picked it up, taped it back together, put it back inside, and then ripped it and threw it on the ground again.
Holy. I don't think we had the same experience. No, I'm just kidding. It really was so good.
Oh my gosh.
It was so good. Oh,
Yeah,
great pick.
so good. What was yours? Tell me yours.
Mine was Lessons in Chemistry.
You know, I started lessons in chemistry and I was listening to it and I just like found the main character so annoying.
I love her. You take that fucking shit back.
And
I love
When I
Elizabeth
say
Dot.
when I say so annoying, I mean excuse me.
You're
Do you remember how you felt about Molly when you were reading The Maid? Like she
Yeah.
kind of irked you. That's how I feel about Elizabeth.
Okay.
Because she's just very particular and I didn't finish it because I actually like was just struggling to get through it on Libby, and it was just because like a lot of things were happening.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll come back to this because it wasn't like keeping my interest. I got to the point where the guy that she marries,
Yes.
I don't remember what his name is,
Calvin.
that they start rowing together. Like he's teaching her how to row. So I didn't get very far. I got like maybe 3 or 4 hours in.
Yeah. Oh,
and then I was just kind of like, I can't.
I just loved her. Anyway, I love that book. Best is my favorite. Anyway,
a lot of people really liked that book. I think I just tried to read it at the wrong time, but I also like it wasn't doing it for me to keep me interested at that time. I would try it again, but I think I want to try and read it instead of listen to it.
Okay, you can borrow mine.
Perfect.
Cool. That's my pick.
Okay. Next one is best LGBTQIA plus book.
Another really hard category.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of great LGBTQIA books in this world.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A lot. How many do you have? 3?
2, but I know my answer.
I know my answer as well.
You go first.
I chose The Guncle by Stephen Rowley.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a really cute book. It's about an uncle and his niece and nephew, and he has to take care of them. And it's just, it's so good. I highly recommend that book to anyone. It's a book of sunshine and happiness.
Sounds awful.
Oh my God, it's so good.
No, I'm saying it sounds awful because you're like, it's a book of happiness and sunshine.
It's
That's
so
why I
good.
said it.
And like, I just like, the little kids are really cute, and like, everybody I recommend it to loves it. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's really good. I have nothing more to say. It's just, you should read it. It's one book you should really read.
Okay. Do you own it?
I do own it.
Interesting. Okay. Excuse me.
Everybody should read it. Anyway.
My answer is The First to Die at the End by Adam Silvera.
I need to read that book so badly.
I know.
Keep going.
I had 2 on there, and they were both Adam Silvera. So
is it the here?
Yeah. What If It's Us?
Yeah.
He just writes really good LGBTQ books and people of color, and he just writes about them so well. And he writes YA. Like, he is my favorite YA author.
Yeah. I feel like some YAs are like borderline juvenile, but like when you do YA, you can cater to adults sometimes, and I feel like he does a good job. I haven't read any of his books, but from what you've been saying to me, like again, Holly Jackson also does the same thing. Great books.
Yes, that is true. I think I just love, like, whenever you get a chance to read this series, I think you'll love it. I really do. I don't know if you're gonna love it as much as like I'm attached to it, but like this is this isn't a spoiler. So the first book, they both die at the end. These 2 people meet up, and then they go and spend their day together, and they like post on Instagram all the places that they've been together. Like that's basically the book. Like them spending their last day together, and then they like document it all on Instagram. Some fan out there created the Instagram and posted all of the pictures that they like saw. Oh my God, it's out there somewhere. It's so cool. Like, his fans just go above and beyond to do all of like these crazy things in like good ways, obviously. Like, one of the things was that they took a picture of like a payphone, and that's on the Instagram.
Ooh,
and
I can't wait to read that. Ugh.
It's so good. And then the First to Die at the End is the prequel. So all of these characters that you meet in the first book, now you're meeting a whole new slew of characters like 20 years earlier, 15 years earlier. And it's just so good. So good. I got so attached. And it's just such a cool concept. Like, I mean, yeah, the idea of like knowing when you're gonna die is like scary, but you get a phone call on the day that you're gonna die saying you're gonna die at some point today, spend your last day
doing the things. Yeah.
So you could die in 5 minutes. You could die at 11:59 p.m. tonight. So like, get your shit together. It's so good.
I need
so
to
good.
read that. Like,
You do.
Yes.
Do you own them?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I will do it from the library.
Yeah.
That's one of my 2023 goals.
That's
is
fine.
to utilize the library.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
that will be a 2023 read for Danielle.
Mm-hmm.
Next category.
Next category.
Do you have anything else to say?
No, I just really absolutely love that series so
Yeah.
much.
Ugh. Anyway,
Next category is best nonfiction / memoir.
I chose a book that I was between two for this one.
Okay.
But I chose A Path Less Traveled By.
Tell me.
I mean, it might not be less, but I chose Beyond the Wand.
Okay. That's the one that I thought you were not going to choose because you were choosing A Path Less Traveled By.
I think the path most traveled by would be my mom. I'm glad my mom died.
Ooh, maybe.
I chose Beyond the Wand because, one, nostalgia for Harry Potter. Two, the audiobook was so freaking good.
Yeah.
He did such a great job.
Mm-hmm.
It made my heart so happy. And I'm not saying anymore because it's so good. Everybody who loves Harry Potter needs to read that book.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Mike has 2 more hours left in it.
So good. I agree. I loved that book so much. I took the path traveled most by and did I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy.
Again, this is why I didn't choose it, because I knew you were going to choose that one, and I wanted to make sure like other books got mentioned too, but it was hard not to pick that book. It was hard not to pick that book because damn,
it was very good.
So good. And like, you got to give it to these people who are in the spotlight and they just put it out there for you. They literally say, this is what I dealt with. You didn't see it because it's not out there. And it's crazy. Go ahead and say what you said. I literally interrupted you. I'm so sorry.
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, you wanted to talk about it probably.
No, I think everybody who wanted to read it got that shit when it came out, and it was like on the bestsellers list so fucking fast. I think everybody should pick it up. I mean, even if you're not like a iCarly fan, if you're not a Jeanette McCurdy fan, like, it's just so good. It's on Audible. She narrates it. It was very good. I liked it a lot.
I really appreciate that she really like, again, and same with Tom Felton. They put it all out there and like made sure that they put it all out there, all their struggles. Like, Tom Felton struggled with depression. Jeanette McCurdy struggles with so much, and they put it all out there, and like, they don't have to do that. No, they did it, and like, that's brave. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say.
Okay, good job.
Thanks.
Next category, we're
getting down to the end.
Halfway there.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Next category is best female character.
This is so fucking funny because I'm just gonna come out and say mine. Mine is Elizabeth Zott, and Morgan literally just said that she felt she was annoying.
Wow.
I like that she was bold and unapologetically herself.
Well, she just she had mannerisms that I didn't really like, and it very well could have been the narrator.
It could have been.
The narrator was just like the way she was talking, and that could be why Elizabeth irked me. Like, I didn't hate her. She just did some mannerisms and like said some things that I was just kind of like, really? Okay. Kind of like how you were feeling about Molly in The Maid. You were just kind of like, oh, something about this I'm not loving.
Yeah.
So that's all it really was.
That was my favorite female character.
I went the same route as far as like someone who's unapologetically them, and I chose Carrie Soto.
I love that. That makes me so
Yeah.
happy.
She was a bitch and didn't care who she was a bitch to. And I just loved that she was just a strong ass woman and didn't apologize for any of it.
Yes. I'm so happy you chose Carrie. I was going to say, I think that I love Carrie because she's so different from Evelyn and Nina and Daisy. Her characters, worlds different than those three women. They all are very powerful ladies, but Carrie has a different quality than them. And she's so good.
I think they all are trying to, like, each in their own way, they're all trying to make it, and they're all trying to impress a man.
Yeah.
Carrie's just kind of there, and she's just like, I'm here for myself, and I don't give a shit who's, like,
in my
taking
pathway.
notice.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't care. Like, yeah, she eventually meets the guy, and, like, they end up, spoiler alert, like, falling in love, whatever, but, she didn't do it for him. Like, she was still her same damn self.
Yeah, she
with
was
him.
like, I've got goals and I'm gonna fucking crush them.
Yeah, with or without you. Like, go
Yeah.
fuck yourself. Get out of my way.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
so good. Oh, I love Carrie.
Oh, I did love her.
Yeah. So good. A lot of people are like, don't like Carrie because of that. But, it's so good. And
Sorry, go ahead.
you gotta think, like, in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, women didn't like people like that.
No.
And you
And
can
still now,
find
yeah.
women who were like that. And it's so good.
I think what made me like her even more and what made me like that book even more was going to the meet and greet with Taylor Jenkins Reid. Like, I would not have picked up that book right away if we didn't go and meet her. Like, if I just bought the book and we didn't go and meet her, I don't think I would have picked it up as soon as we got home. Like, I picked it up the next day and started reading it.
It is really a cool experience to hear an author talk about their books. Like, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. If there is a author meet and greet, we went to the Taylor thing and she chatted with everyone. We didn't get to meet her personally, but she was there.
Yeah,
we were pretty close to her. But anyway,
front row. Yeah.
even like just like a small author, like I don't know, Catherine Center is like a smaller author and she hosts like meet and greets all the time, and I highly suggest going. It's so cool. Even a Zoom meeting, so cool, and they're always so friendly. So highly recommend.
It was just a cool experience too, because you had already read the book and I didn't. So I'm sitting next to Danielle and Taylor's going on about like Carrie's doesn't give a shit about anybody, and she's there, and Danielle's sitting next to me like, yep, and she's just agreeing with everything. So like, I feel like it's one thing to hear an author's elevator pitch about their book, but it's another thing to like have, because they could say whatever they want about their book and perceive it any type of way, but to have gone with you and you're like, yeah, everything she's saying is like legit. So it was just a really great experience all around, and that made me want to go and get it.
Great day.
Read it.
Great day. Top tier day.
Oh my gosh. It was a long day, let me tell you.
Good day. Best male character.
Best male character. I have to decide. I have two.
All right. You want to hear mine? You're going to fucking die.
Oh my god.
All right.
I'm just like thinking in my head who it could possibly be.
You're never going to know. You're never going to know.
Okay. Well, thank you for that.
So I picked, I'm sorry I chose to go first since you're narrowing it down.
Yep, that's fine.
So I picked Burrito Jerry in Heat Wave by TJ Klune. This character, the best thing in
Hold on.
His name is Burrito Jerry.
I like that you knew that I was going to ask you that. He doesn't have a last name?
His name is, I think he does. I can't remember. They refer to him as Burrito Jerry the whole time.
Oh my god.
Best fucking character ever. He's so good. He reminds me of the long-haired dude in Stranger Things.
Eddie?
No, not Eddie.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The weed guy.
Yeah, the pizza man.
The pizza man.
Man, so good. That character's so good. He's funny.
Oh my god.
Best freaking thing. I've ever read. Got introduced. Amazing. If people who read the Extraordinary series have met him,
Jerry.
they know. Burrito Jerry is top tier character. Man. So good. Thank you, TJ Klune, for putting him into all of our lives. Amazing.
Oh my god.
That is all. That's my favorite male character.
Mine has a first and last name. It's not a book that you've read, but I chose Atlas Corrigan from the It Ends With Us, It Starts With Us series. You haven't even read it, you fucking bitch.
I'm going to, though.
Oh my god.
Atlas.
So I'm basing it off of It Starts With Us because that's what I read
okay.
in 2022. I didn't read It Ends With Us in 2022. He is such like a good book boyfriend. Like a lot of people choose him as their book boyfriend because he's just so sweet. Like he's just so thoughtful. He takes Lily is the main girl. He takes her on a date and she's a single mom, so she's like so exhausted, but she really wants to go out with him. And on the drive there, he made like reservations. It was 45 minutes away. She fell asleep in the car and he was like, she went out of like all of her way to do all of this. Like, I'm just gonna let her get some sleep and just like let her sleep in the car after he made reservations 45 minutes away. And he's just so amazing, sweet. Like, I personally love him. And he was even sweet in It Ends With Us when we see him as a kid, because we get introduced to him as a kid. And then, oh, interested now? Are you interested now, asshole?
Anyway.
You're like, I want to read it now after you just gave me the fucking ugliest face when I said it.
Anyway, keep her
Rude
going.
ass.
Keep her going.
Keep her going. Whatever, that's it. He's my
Okay.
best male character. Shut the hell up and go
Well,
on.
we're leading into couple category. So, best couple. Did you choose Atlas and Lily?
They were on my list, but I don't think... No, I'm not going to, because I had 3. So I just took them out. But I have my decision.
Are you sure?
I do. Yep.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm curious.
You go first. Who's your favorite
You want me to
couple?
go first?
Yeah.
I chose Charlie and Nora from Book Lovers by Emily Henry.
Okay. I didn't read that book.
Yeah, I just really love their chemistry together, and it was like small town romance, and it's like Grumpy Sunshine, and one's a book publisher, one's a author. I can't remember. They're both in the publishing world. It's really cute. I loved it. They're really cute together. I really like Charlie. Charlie's really sweet, even though he's a grumpy bastard, but he ends up like really loosening and being happy and like sweet for Nora, and I like that. So yeah, I chose Charlie and Nora. Really cute. There was a lot of really couples. I was gonna choose the boys from Heartstopper, but I decided to pick Charlie and Nora.
Okay. I don't know if you'll agree with this because you have read the first one, but I chose Pip and Ravi.
Oh, yeah. Cute.
He's so good to her.
Yes.
I had him. He was my other option in best male character, but
I forgot.
And
yeah.
I think he's just very good with Pip, and even in like, because I've read 1, 2, and 3 all like not consecutively, like not one right after the other. I took breaks. So after I just finished the 3rd one, I just remembered how sweet he is, and he'll just like come up with really cute nicknames, and he'll like come in and be like, "Hi, Piposaurus Rex," and like they're just so stinking cute, and I love them together, and I just want them to be together forever.
Oh yeah, they're really cute.
So
I
sweet.
can't wait to read more about them.
So that's my decision.
Great pick. What was your other one?
I did have Lily and Atlas on there, and then I had the 2 boys from the first to die at the end.
But
But
yeah.
I not got rid of them, but I took them out of the running because
They're already in a category.
well, yes and no. They weren't really a couple for that long either.
Mm,
Like Pip and Ravi, you got 3 books with them.
truth.
Like I'm more attached to them than I am,
Yeah.
So
Good picks. Good picks from us. All right. Best book written by a person of color. Now,
mhm.
I chose Razorblade Tears
Mm.
by S.A. Cosby.
Did you read that in 2022?
Yeah, it was like one of my
Oh.
first 3 books of
Wow.
2022. Yeah,
Ooh.
that was a really good book. I love that book. Now,
Yes, very good.
I read My Darkest Prayer. Not as great as Razorblade Tears, but
You gave it like a 3 or something.
I did give it a 3. I gave it a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't as good as I gave Razorblade Tears a 5. So, great book. Devastating, great message. The main characters, the 2 dads / grandpas.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
It's very good.
So
very good book.
good.
That's
Oh,
a great choice.
thank you.
You're welcome.
God, that book's so good.
It was so good.
I can't wait to read Blacktop Wasteland.
I have it. Or do you have it?
I have it.
Oh,
Have you
Okay.
read it?
yeah.
Damn it. Okay.
It's good. It's a lot more. Well, I would compare. I mean, I haven't read My Darkest Prayer, but it's like the same consistency of like the gore in.
Oh, My
Razorblade
Darkest Prayer
Tears.
had a lot of gore too.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's about like a getaway driver. Mm-hmm.
Curious.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think I gave it a 4. I still loved Razorblade Tears more than Blacktop Wasteland, but it was still good.
I want to let you know that My Darkest Prayer is about a man who works at a funeral home. And he's
That's
kind of
already spooky.
oh, it's like kind of horror-y and like it's very thriller. Like action thriller. It's
Do you
really
have the physical?
I got it from the library.
You did?
Yeah, I got the ARC of the audio.
Oh, okay. And then you got it from the library
Yeah,
to read.
so pair it. Yeah.
I could get it from yeah. Okay, never mind. Forget it.
Anyway,
Great choice.
Thank
It was
you.
such a great book. My choice is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas.
good book. I haven't read it,
Yes.
but good book.
It is so good. And honestly, I didn't even think about putting that one into the book to movie adaptation because that one's a movie.
Oh yeah. And you watched that this year.
Mm-hmm. I did with your Hulu account, actually.
Yeah.
So good. But yeah, The Hate You Give is another book that honestly anybody and everybody should get their hands on at some point because it's literally talking about like the hate that you put into the world is gonna fuck up the kids and how they grow into it and how they perceive the world. So if you put more hate into the world, people are gonna grow up and they're just gonna grow up being so hateful. But if you put love into the world, then they're gonna grow up in a better world.
You need to read, I think it's called, hold on. It's called All American Boys by Brendan Keeley and Jason Reynolds.
All American Boys?
Yep.
Who? Say their names again?
Brendan Keeley and Jason Reynolds.
Mm.
You need to read that book. I think you would really like that.
Sorry, I'm reading the...
No, you're totally good. There's actually a lot of great books by people of color. I just happened to pick Razorblade Tears because I really love that book.
Yeah, I want to read this.
Yeah, I think you'll
Perfect.
really, really love that one. And
I
it's pretty
literally just
short.
put it-
It's pretty short, so
I literally just put it on my want to read. Sounds really fucking good.
yeah, you should read that one. I really think you'll love it.
Okay.
Anyway,
Next book. Best hyped book.
I'm curious to see what you pick for this because I feel like whenever we talk about a hype book, you don't like it, which is fine because some of them suck butt.
No, there was a hyped book that I liked.
Oh my god.
Just one though.
You go. I want to hear this shit.
The Nightingale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to hear this shit.
That's not what I thought. I thought you were gonna pick Reminders of Him because that one was also hyped.
How dare you? How dare you? You know what? Tell me your fucking best hype book. I don't want to look at you right now.
Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. Really great romance. I really loved that book. I read it in a day. I read it in Maine and oh my gosh. It's like childhood, friends to lovers. They're not children, but they meet each other in childhood and then they grow up together and then they fall in love and it's like on a lake and it's super summery vibes. It's really cute. I loved it so much. So good. That was my best hype book. There's a lot to choose from though, because I
great.
enjoyed hype books, which is bad for my health and my sanity.
For your money, honestly.
Yeah, that's why I'm utilizing the library.
We'll see how long that lasts.
I'm doing great so far.
It's January 5th.
I'm doing great so far.
Okay, so the next category is the worst hyped book. Now I had a slew of options to choose from for this one.
I need you to scroll down and look at what I picked.
Hold on, I gotta open it. Is this what you wanted my reaction for? I'm not even in it. In it yet. Hold on. Alright, here we go. I'm going to your worst. Your worst. Danielle, go fuck yourself. That's not right. Oh, okay, you put JK Reminders of Him. Sorry, this bitch put the Nightingale. Did you just edit that?
No, I've had that on there.
That's been there the whole time?
Yeah.
And you didn't even know that my best hyped book was The Nightingale. Literally, best or worst hyped book, The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, is bolded, and then below it she put JK Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover.
Yeah, that's my pick. I wasn't bad.
No, I know. You had your issues with it.
I did not like that book. And I'm not going to go on my soapbox.
Please don't, because
Did
it'll make me
not
angry.
like that book.
Well, I got another one for you. Here's my fucking answer,
I'm ready.
We can argue about it. My worst hyped book was Thank You for Listening.
I can
by Julia
understand your
Whalen.
reasoning, though.
Don't try and come at me so I can understand your reasoning, because I will never understand your reasoning.
I can see where Thank You for Listening gets annoying, because it's very rom-com, and it's quirky, and the girl with the eye patch, and then them getting in arguments about stupid shit, and then it gets
fart
annoying.
heads.
Yeah,
fart heads.
It's very juvenile for an adult romance. I do have to agree with you on that's probably why it's not great. So,
yeah. No, thank you.
I liked it a lot.
Well, I liked Reminders of Him, so
there's two types of people in the world.
Right and wrong, and you're wrong on both.
Oh, great.
Yes, I said it. Just kidding.
Reminders.
Just kidding. Wow, I can't believe you fucking wrote that.
I wanted you to peep through my picks, and you text me one day and come after me, but you never did. So
yeah, because I don't look at your stuff. I haven't. I'm not
lately.
a cheater.
Anyway, best book of the month choice / add-on is our next category because we are love book of the month. We're addicted to it. We text each other every time it comes out, except for this month because I left Morgan alone. But
I skipped this month.
You did.
I did.
I got 2. Go figure.
Well, but I'm doing what I wanted to do because my goal for this year is to only get book of the month if it's a book that I really, 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 really want, or it sounds really, 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 really interesting. And none of them were doing it for me. So
Well,
I skipped.
If you were half interested in the thriller, that's the one I got. So you can borrow it. But I can tell you one thing. Has a podcast element in it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I guess that's just the new like thriller.
Yeah.
It's just the new thriller, and I don't really love it, but that's fine.
It is what it is.
But I have to say, for this one, the best book of the month choice / add-on, I only had one option because I didn't read my book of the month options last year. I was so bad.
Same.
Or if I did, they sucked.
Girl. Semi-same. I didn't have a lot of like, holy cow, this book really blew me away that were book of the month. I did like a lot of them, like likes. Like, you know how there's like, when you rate them, you have the heart and then the smiley face and then the sad face. I had a lot of heart, like middle.
The smiley face, yeah.
Yeah.
What did you choose for this then?
I chose Lessons in Chemistry. That was my book of the month choice.
I chose Things We Do in the Dark by Jennifer Hillier.
Ooh.
And then below it, I put really awkward because I've barely read any of my book of the month choices this year.
Yikes. Yeah,
that was the only one that I read and liked.
Again, you should really read Black Cake.
I know. I don't think I got Black Cake last year, even if I did.
Oh. Well, yeah, I went through the ones that I got this year. And I was like, yeah, that one was okay. That one was all right. And then I was like, oh, Lessons in Chemistry. I didn't even get Black Cake until after I read it. So like that was because I got it in the categories that were like let's see what my options. So like We Are the Light, Spells for Forgetting, The Cloisters, One Italian Summer, The Bodyguard, Upgrade, Lessons in Chemistry, No Exit, The People We Keep, A History of Wild Places, Crying in H Mart, Death on the Nile, Razorblade Tears, and Apples Never Fall. So
Apples Never Fall.
So yeah. So those were my ones that I read this year that I like rated and stuff. But everything was just okay compared to like Lessons in Chemistry. For me at least. So
Yeah.
But I do have a fuckload that I still need to read that are my picks. I have 29 that I have not read yet. Yeah.
Let me go look at mine. Hold on. Book of the month. How do you see which ones you haven't read yet?
Books to rate. So if you go to your bookshelf and then you scroll down to books to rate.
Hold on. Well, this is the screen that I'm on right now. Just a white screen.
It takes a little bit for it to...
Oh, okay. So I go where? I'm sorry.
So you go to your bookshelf?
Yep.
I religiously rate on here, though.
Oh, books to rate. Okay.
Yeah.
I have 14.
Oh, good.
Oh, but I have to rate one of them. So I have 13, I think.
So yeah. I have 29 because I have a problem.
I tried to rate rated books. This is disgusting. This tells you how many books you've gotten on Book of the Month. Rated books, 41.
Oh yeah, 32.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
I did good for a little bit on... Oh, but you know what? I got Peach Blossom Spring as a Book of the Month, which I read previously.
Yes.
House Across the Lake I got as a Book of the Month, which I read previously.
Briefly,
yeah. So, damn.
Yep.
Anyway. All right. So, in the same
Wait, did you say which one you picked? Oh, yeah. Things You Do in the Dark,
yeah. Yeah. What was your worst Book of the Month choice / add-on?
Well, I chose Apples Never Fall because holy fucking shit, that book was so bad. I hated that book. Bad. So bad. And it was way too long.
Yes.
For the fucking ending of the damn book.
For the ending of it to be just a fucking misunderstanding.
The mom comes home and is like, hey, everybody, how's it going?
Yep.
That's the ending.
Yeah.
Throw his book out the window.
I was torn because there were two ones that I was really excited for that I just hated. And it was Flicker in the Dark and Paris Apartment. And you know what? I think I'm actually going to say Flicker in the Dark on this one because I didn't get it when it came out.
Yeah.
Because I was like, no, it doesn't sound good and I don't want it. But then everybody loved it, so I got FOMO and I got it.
I got
and then
FOMO.
it sucked butt.
Can confirm, new Stacey Willingham way better than Flicker.
Anything at this point is way better than Flicker, but also yes, I also did like Stacey's new book.
Very good. I gave it a 4.5. Morgan gave it a 4.
Yes.
Great book. So much better than Flicker. Can confirm. I listened to both audiobooks and so good. So funny. I sent this to Morgan. One of my book friends that I follow, I was looking at her story progression. She's reading Flicker. She's like, I'll pick up Flicker to read. And she like, her story progresses, she's like, how many times do you need to say Flicker in this book? And then she got to like 10% and then DNF'd it because she just hated it so
that
bad.
Yes.
So funny. See, I didn't notice it because I did the audio, audio solely, so. Didn't mind it. I think I gave it a 4.
Excuse me.
You're welcome. I mean, your excuse. I broke. Sorry.
I broke. Oh my god. Okay. All right. We're ending
Here
it
it
here.
is. We're going down. Should we do worst then best?
Yeah, we can do worst. We can
Okay.
do worst first.
Okay.
You want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You go first. So worst book of the year is
My
last two categories.
Yes. Worst book of the year is The Younger Wife by Sally Hepworth, which is the book that I took with the trash can. The picture that I took with the trash can that I gave a 1 star. Garbage. Literal fucking garbage. No.
Speaking of literal garbage, want to hear some garbage?
Tell
Lessons by Ian
McGowan.
McEwen.
Yeah.
That book was so bad. The only reason why I finished it was because the narrator was good. If I was just reading the book, I would have DNF'd that so fast. Terrible book. Everybody loved it. I must have missed it. Must have missed the good part in the book because I didn't see it anywhere. Really slipped my brain when I read it because I don't know. Where was it? Let me know what page number it was on because it wasn't in my copy.
Oh my god.
So bad. That book was awful. This kid gets sexually abused by his teacher when he's younger. Later in life, he gets the chance to arrest her. Doesn't do it because he thinks he's in love with her. Terrible book. And then everything else around it doesn't really connect.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's
sorry, Ian. Write better books.
Surprised you didn't put an Elin Hilderbrand book in there.
I love Ellen Hilderbrand's books. Let me tell you, I love them. I have a
you weren't
fuckload.
really saying that in the beginning of this fucking podcast.
No, I was just repeating what other people said. I've never met her, so I can't. I like her books though. Anyway,
so
the moment you've all been waiting for.
Best book of 2022 that we read. So this doesn't mean that the book came out in 2022. This means that we've read it in 2022.
Best book we've read this year. What we personally have read.
Yes.
What you just said.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for repeating it, though. I
Exactly.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure that the idiots like me understand what you said.
Mm-hmm. You might want to say it again for the idiots like you then.
So, book this year, read, liked. A lot. More than others. Go ahead.
I think they got it. I think
Okay.
they got it. Yep. All right. Drum roll. You want to go first?
I'll go first. I chose lessons in chemistry. I
That's
really, really loved that book. I edited, I did audio and physical together. I just really love Elizabeth Zott, and I just like her story. There's a dog. His name's 630, and you get his point of view. And oh god, it's so good. I just really love it. And like, I don't know, she's such a strong female, especially for that time period. She's in it's like 50s, 60s. Really
Based
good.
on what I've read, I can agree with what you're saying. The dog was very cute. 'Cause I did meet the dog, and yeah, she is a strong woman for her. Like, just she's a strong woman, period.
Yeah.
But especially during that time period.
And when you get into the book farther, you see why she is like this strong force and like what she
And I didn't make
becomes
it that
later.
far.
Yeah, like you'll get to a part and you missed a part that you will understand. But it's like very emotional, and it's just a really good story. And I like that it had like a woman in science and like it's so good. It's just I love that book.
A lot of people really liked that book, so I can see why it was your best book of the year.
So good.
Do you want to know what mine was?
Nightingale?
It was The Nightingale. I really think that I'm so glad that we read this book together, one, and we read it for the podcast, and it just, as I said earlier, I don't need to keep harping on it, but it just made me feel a lot of things, and I loved it. And the same way, because when Victoria read this, she read it before we did, and she was like, I just can't stop thinking about that book. Like, it just has a hold on me, and now I completely understand what she's talking about.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I keep thinking about that book, and I'm just like, what I wouldn't give to reread that book, for the first time again. You know, like, of all the, like, people saying it on Bookstagram, like, oh, I would love to read this book again for the first time, and like get to the plot twist and then like whatever. But I would love to read that book again for the first time.
Yeah, that book was really good. And I think I really liked it a lot because like when you read it together and you really enjoy it, and like we get to talk about these books. It's just like so much fun. I love buddy reading with you. Even if like I hate it and you love it, or you love it and I hate it, like did I say the same thing twice? Whatever. But it's just really it's so fun being able to like read these books and talk to them with you every month. I love it.
Aww.
I hate reminders of him though.
Oh my fucking god, Danielle. Get over it.
I will. After this
last. Do you have any books that were honorable mentions that you didn't get to place anywhere?
I had a few, and they've been mentioned before, but they didn't get into my categories. So real fast. So I've mentioned them, but they didn't make it into my categories, obviously. So I picked I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. That's one of them. Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. Beartown series by Frederick Backman. The Winners. He just released the last final book in that series. Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. And Cover Story by Susan Rigetti. Cover Story didn't make it into any of my categories, which really bummed me out because that book really blew me away. So.
Well, what was your best debut? Do you think that Cover Story would have gone against it, and like if you knew it was a debut, it would have won there?
Not a chance. I loved Black Cake.
Oh, it was Black Cake. Okay, yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah,
not a chance.
It was really hard because, like, man, yeah, there's just so many really good books that were released this year, and I read this year. It was so hard. Like, I have so many freaking 5s. So,
there's nothing wrong with you reading good books.
I know, it's just it makes it harder to choose at the end.
Well, that's your own damn fault.
I could have easily put Dark Matter in Best Sci-Fi, but freaking Measure. If I didn't read the Measure, if the Measure didn't exist, Dark Matter would have gone there.
Dark Matter was good though. I'm really glad that you liked it. I told you that you would like it.
Dark Matter was freaking nutty. The best Blake Crouch book.
Yes.
It's like Blake Crouch. I mean, it's like that one upgrade then.
Recursion.
Recursion was too much science for me.
Yeah, Recursion wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
Did Mike like Dark Matter?
loved it. He really
Yeah.
liked it. It's so funny. He commented on it because I posted our buddy read on Instagram today, and he wrote "fantastic book" in the comments.
Aw.
Yeah, it was really good.
I read that book, and then Josh, for the program that he's in, had to read two books, and he gave me a list of ones that he
Yes,
could pick,
I
and
remember
Dark Matter
this.
was in it, and I was like, you're not reading anything else, you're reading Dark Matter. And because he also like is writing like a book right now
Yeah.
in his program, and it's sci-fi, so I was like, you're reading Dark Matter.
What was the other book he had to read? Because wasn't there the other one? It was like a whole paired. Was it that N.K.
Yes.
Jemisin one? Was that the one he had to read?
No, well, I don't know actually, based on what you're talking about. However, he read the other one that I told him that he should read, because he will just like give me the list of what the teacher says that he can choose from, and he's like, have you read any of these books that I would like? And Dark Matter was on there, and then the other one was The Girl with the Louding Voice, and that was on there, and I was like, you should read this. It's like historical fiction. It's not really like action-y. I mean, it's about a little Nigerian girl and like her going to like work at a house and grow up and stuff like that. But he loved both of them.
Yeah. I feel like Josh read that N.K. Jemisin book, and I tried to read that shit, and holy, that book was bad. For me, he loved it. He also loved Brave New World, and I hated that, which could have potentially been in my worst book of the year, but was not.
What book? The N.K. Jemisin one.
It was a fantasy. The 5th season.
Oh.
It's got green cover.
N.K. Jemisin is a woman.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. She wrote The City We Become, and that was back in 2020 when I did or maybe 2021 when I did a genre challenge. That was the one that won for Sci-Fi, and I never read it.
Miss Campbell tried to read that and said she didn't like it at all.
Okay, good. I didn't miss out.
But you might have liked it. Who knows?
Doubtful.
What were your honorable mentions?
I had just 2 that didn't make it into any of my categories, because I just based it off of ones that didn't make it at all. And we all know I love Kristen Hanna, so The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna, even though that one wasn't my favorite one of hers, I gave it a 4. And out of the 3 that I've read, it's the 3rd.
Yeah.
Like my 3rd favorite, because we all know The Nightingale's first, and then Four Winds, and then The Great Alone. And then We Begin at the End by Chris Whitaker.
Oh,
That one was so freaking good. And you know what makes me so sad? Liz didn't like it. She texted me, because she physically read it. She texted me and she was like, I really just want to DNF it. Like, this is so boring. And she was maybe 50% through. And then I was like, oh, I listened to it. Like, you have to listen to it. That's what it is. And she was like, I'm going to take your word for it. And then went and bought it on Audible, I think, and finished out the rest of the book listening to it. And she was like, that definitely helped. But I think she gave it a 3. Like, I don't think she loved it. And here I am, like, that book was just so good. And I feel like I do this to myself. I've learned this about myself last year, that the books that I ended up loving, the Four Winds,
are the ones you randomly picked out.
Yes, Peach Blossom Spring, We Begin at the End, Great Alone. Those are all ones that I just was on Libby, and I was like, I have time to listen to an audiobook. Let me just go and see which ones are available to listen to right now that I don't have to wait for. And then I just started listening to them. And the same thing with
Peach Blossom Spring.
That one too.
Hairpin Bridge.
Yes. And I Must Betray You.
Yes.
That one too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
feel that like when I go into books blind, I like them a lot more. And I've been doing this thing where like I will go into books and I won't be wicked excited. Only certain books. Like the new TJ Klune one I'm wicked excited about. I'm probably going to be disappointed by it because I'm hyped to read that. But like usually I go into books pretty like, we'll see where this goes. And I usually am not very disappointed. Lessons though, went into that shit blind.
Garbage.
Absolute
Hot garbage.
fucking hot trash.
Yeah.
Hot trash. Sometimes it doesn't work.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
We love to write bad reviews.
We honestly, yes. The book that I just finished. Do you remember when you were telling me about the book and I was like, oh, is it victim blaming? And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's so
That's
funny.
the one that I just read and I gave it a fucking 2.
She's so funny. She sends me a Snapchat and is like, starting my book to get rid of my books to get rid of pile already.
Yep. And it's right there. It's literally right there.
So funny.
Because I'm just going to get rid of them. Like, I'm not going to hang on. That's another goal of mine that I'm just thinking that I want to do. I'm not going to hang on to books that I don't love.
Yeah, why do it? Somebody else will enjoy it, maybe.
I'm either going to sell them, force them on other people, whatever.
You should really try Pango.
I downloaded Pango and then never used it.
It's really easy to use, and you can use... I like it because you can use the credits from the books you sell to find books on the app and use the credits to...
Oh.
It's really nice, because if there's something that's, like, you really want, and they're usually books that are on sale, so, like, say if you need to complete a series, or, like, there's an older book that you really want to read and add to your collection... they're usually on sale and you can use the credits from one you sold, so
yeah,
I don't know, I like it, and it makes it really easy. Like, once you sell a book, they email you a shipping label. You just gotta slap it on your box and take it out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's really easy. I highly recommend it.
Interesting. All right, I'll have to look into it.
So easy. And, like, you should really, like, if you are gonna sell a bunch of books, post it on your book Instagram, because people will look from your book Instagram.
Yes. Yeah.
So, highly recommend that. And for people who love to read and want to save money, there's a lot of good books on there for cheap.
Yeah, like this book's about to be.
Yeah, I put a few on there. Like, David Shastri's Last Day. That one in there. Yeah.
I think what I'm going to do is, like, with this pile too, I'm just going to see if, like, my friends want the books first before I try and sell them, because, like, if like, I know I'm just using you as an example. I don't think that you want to add any books to your TBR right this second, but, like, if it was a book that you were like, yeah, whatever, I'll get to it eventually, like, I'm not going to charge you for it. I'll just give it to you.
Yeah, you've done that to me before, and I would do that to you too. I know in these books I didn't even try to ask you for, because they're ones you wouldn't want to read.
I don't think that you would like that book anyway, so...
Yeah, like the cartographers. You're like, do you want this? I'm like, yes, this is one I want to read. So...
Yeah, and that's one that I got on Book of the Month that I paid for, and I was like, yeah, I don't really care. Just take it away.
Yeah, so, like, I'm going to eventually get to that, so...
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually, someday.
Don't get your hopes up.
Is there anything you else want to add about 2022?
Not about 2022. What is your reading goal for 2023?
I have a lot. I'll only say 3. So.
Well, I guess I meant book-wise. How many books do you want to read?
Oh, I want to read 75.
Me too.
Yeah. I saw you put that in your thing, and I was like, we should push each other. I've
well,
got 2
so
down.
Last year I did 70, and I found myself in a book slump in, like, middle of November. So I was like, I think I got to, like, 72 last year. So I was like, I don't want to go too much too high. I didn't want to go to 80. But I also didn't want to, in my head, I was like, if I go to 65, then I'm just backtracking, and that's not good. So stupid. But I was just like, maybe I'll do 75. So that way it's, like, close to 70 and it's not too much.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Like, I feel like I downgraded my goal last year. I did 55 last year because, like, the year before we were in a pandemic. So I was like, I'm going to make it lower because who knows what's going to happen this year.
Yeah.
So I went 55, ended up reading 106. Whatever. So I'm like, there's no shot. I'm reading 100 this year. So I went 75.
Right in the middle. And if you go over it, that's great. But I feel like I'm going to be on myself if I don't hit my reading goal, like, just me being me. So I don't want to go too high, and then, yeah.
I agree. I feel like if I don't meet it, I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah,
I
and then
have
you just kinda
all of
feel
these
bad.
motherfuckers. How am I not
Yeah.
reading 75?
Oh.
Yeah.
I am one down. I'm reading another one right now. And then I'm gonna get an audiobook for our travels this weekend.
Nice. Yeah. I am currently reading 2. I just started the audio for What Lies in the Woods.
Mm.
Pretty interesting so far. And then I am reading Babel.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm going to start another one as well.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, we've been talking for a while.
We have. It's been almost 2 hours.
Holy shit.
I know. Let's wrap it up here.
Let's wrap this shit up.
Time is money.
We're not getting paid. You remind me every episode.
Anyway.
What has this been?
No, where can they find you?
No, what has this been?
This has been
Booze.
the Bookstagrammys with Boozed and Reviewed.
You just fucked up the whole thing. You remember in the beginning of this when we said you were gonna do the fuck ups? There it is. That's the thing that we were just gonna read wrong. You read the prompter wrong.
Sorry. Oh, this
Anyway.
has been Boozed
The Bookstagrammys.
Oh.
With Boozed.
and Reviewed.
Where can they find you, Danielle?
They can find me on Instagram at Danielle Reads. DNIALLRADS. Where can they find you, Morgan?
You can find me not dying on Instagram at bookmorgs. BOOKSMORGS.
No underscores, baby.
No underscores anymore, baby.
Hey, ho,
Are we doing a cha-cha line?
Yeah, ooh, hey.
I think you're good with taking them out of here, so
All
let me
right.
just...
Much
Bye,
love to
friends.
everyone. See you later.
Bye.
Smelly cat.
Smelly cat, smelly cat. What are they feeding you? It's so pitiful.
I love you guys. See you later.
Bye.